Alright, I'm back. Kind of. It, it has actually been so long since I've done one of these. It's gonna take some getting used to again. Alright, well. Let's just jump into it. Classic mode, level 666. I got, like, I don't know where it is on the display, but I haven't shown my actual score now, and I used the true score instead of visual score. Maybe I should have changed that. It's too late to do that now. Okay. Yeah, I have approximately 7 billion points. That setup was nothing fancy. I'm just adding, essentially 2 maxes to the scores, like 8 billion, whatever. Okay, let's do that, and then I can get another cube. Maybe I can get another cube. Not quite. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Maybe you can get something good? Not quite. I can get rid of the power gem here. Yeah, I want to keep all these cubes on the bottom, just so that they're out of my way, but level complete kind of interferes with that. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. I'm at 7 cubes, and I'm in a good spot. And I've got a lot more than 7 right now. Do I have 6, 9? Nice. 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have like 18 cubes right now. That'll probably go down to like maybe 14 or 15. And then hopefully start going up again. Once my cubes are in a better spot. Or better spots. How long has it been since I've just had to talk with a reason? I'm forced to do this. I don't think the power gem's going to be in a good spot if I create it. None of these moves seem good, actually. I guess I'll do that. Creates another move. Maybe that'll give me something. Okay, that actually worked out. I'm recording right. Again, it has been a long time since I've like actually recorded something like that. Like there was that 100k video, but that was just recorded months in advance. I never posted it. I'm like so not used to doing this anymore. Well, already 2% of the way done. I'm honestly kind of surprised. Now what's the math of the whole thing? Like, this is what, like, maybe 45th or so of the way there right now? So yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Well, there's 14 cubes. I had an amazing start and just nothing good has shown up since. Oh. 120k move, that's nice. By the way, these stats are slightly inaccurate because I've had to, like... I've lost my... There's been a couple of instances where I've lost my save data and I've had to, like, go in and then just recreate my board from a previous screenshot and then continue from there. So like these stats that you see should be a little bit higher. Oh yeah, this playtime stat, it's really weird. It only updates when I like click out of the game to pause it. Does it work if I pause like that? Oh, it does. Huh. I don't know why it works like that, and I don't know how to find a stat that doesn't work like that. I think the cube for cube is worth it. I pretty much always go for these. Maybe it wasn't actually worth it that time. Well, depends on where my cubes are, I guess. I usually try and avoid using the cubes on the edges just because those are a bit more out of the way than, like, say, this in the middle. As you get more hypercubes on the boards, you've got less space to work with. So it makes getting a super high number of cubes very difficult. My record is 28. I'll be happy if I get like 23 or something. Usually if I get 25, it's like a big moment. Yeah, I'm not getting much right now. Maybe I should just do this. Get this cube in the correct spot. And yeah, that's pretty much the gameplay loop. Now it just builds up cubes for like 3 hours until the level is done. That wasn't the move I meant to make. I meant to match those orange gems first. Already 7 minutes and I'm making misswaps. Oh, come on. Really, game? It's even though they're actually kind of circles in this game. I can do that, and then it makes a cube. This white match is going to be really annoying. I guess I can do that. I'm probably just pivoting off of the white gems in that case. I got a cube set up there. And in a lot of cases, you don't want to match it right away, but like you don't want to leave a risk of having something else match it. What do I want to do here? Probably just that. So yeah, part of the game is the top to bottom playstyle, where you want to make matches on the top first, generally, as like a rule of thumb. I don't have any good examples of it here. I'll show an example of what I'm talking about. Like when it shows up, there's a reason why you play like this. Okay, so like right here, if I made this yellow match, I would lose out on this potential green match, and then that green match would also move this blue gem. So when I did do the yellow match, this blue gem would be right here, and I can make another match. See, even then, still I'm gonna do that move. And maybe that's the best move in this situation, but that's what I'm talking about. That's generally how you want to play the game. Of course, setting up Hypercube is usually top priority over this. Like, you pretty much do anything to get a Hypercube set up unless it costs more Hypercubes than it's worth or something. And yeah, that's the gameplay loop. Well, for the next 3 hours, all of this is probably gonna be split into 2 parts. Because 3 hours is a long time to be doing this. I don't know, I really need to talk about all this. I don't know, I guess I need something to talk about. It might as well be the game. As I said before, I think it's been months since I've actually recorded something with commentary, so...
Excellent. Incredible.
See, I got a couple of good setups here. There we go.
Excellent.
Come on. Alright, it's also really hard to make cubes on the edges, so if I can see a setup like this, it's really good. Oh, and I've got a cube set up right there. See, like, I could make this and it would be, like, top to bottom playstyle, but I don't want to do that because there's the risk of the next gem spawning if I match... Yeah, I could match this or this, but then there's a 1 in 7 chance of a great gem spawning, so... I just take the safe play, get the cube now. I just wasted a move there. Could have used that purple. I could do this, but I don't think I want to. I think I have better setups if I just do that. Oh, and I can... Seriously, game? I was gonna try and get a setup for her potential cube, but... Nope, the purple gem had to show up too early. Actually, I thought of a pretty creative way to get that cube. And I've got a few more moves that I can make. Be a bit careful with this power gem. I guess I have to just do that now, huh? That's quite nice. Alright. This game's soundtrack still holds up. I've sort of run out of things to talk about now. I'm close to hitting a full second row of cubes, but I can't actually clear this without using another cube. And none of these cubes are adjacent to reds. Chances are this is probably the cube I use if I have to use one soon. I might get a cube over here, which will be nice. Nice. Wow, and a bonus one. Okay, suddenly that second full row of cubes is a lot more possible. And it's here. Now I'm on 20 cubes, so I'm on 21 there for a bit. That was a bad move. I should have like looked at the weights. Okay, I'm playing too fast. Did not get the 1 in 7 cube. Oh yeah, a funny little oddity, I guess, with the storing. You get bonus points for destroying a power gem with Hyperkeep. It's not much, it's like 75 points in level 1, I think. But if you swap a power gem with a Hypercube, it'll activate the Hypercube and give you the power gem's bonus points. Don't know how it works like that. It was something odd. It's something I like to go for in the timer modes and also speedruns, just for fun. Well, I guess it is helpful in the speedruns because you get the extra points that way. There is another oddity with the Hypercube scoring. If you can get like 2 power gems of the same color next to each other, and then use a Hypercube on that color, you sometimes just like get an absurd amount of point bonuses for no reason. It's nothing game-breaking, but it's kind of fun. Oh, also, if you notice the gem stat I have on the screen, wait, no, I'm... Does last let... Mass capture, whatever. It's on the screen somewhere. This thing, point is, the gem is cleared by the Hypercube. Do not count towards your stats for some reason. I don't know why it's like that. There's a match there. I gotta do that. Okay, now I use the cube, and I'm like, what are we down to? Like 18, I think. So. Okay. You know what? This is silly, but I'm gonna do it. Hopefully you don't get, like, something of stupid there. Okay, fine. Good. I'm pretty sure the reason why they made good a rare compliment is so that you like don't hear it every 5 seconds. Well, but then again, I guess Bejeweled 3 kind of works like that. Although apparently in Zen modes, you actually don't hear good. It only triggers you get excellent or higher. Okay, that's really bad. I want to try and, like, set this up so I can swap, like, this, and this, whatever those gems might be in the future. And then I'm going to try and move it up from there. Yeah, that is one danger. Power gems, if they get in a bad spot, they can be really brutal. Maybe it's silly to be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Honestly, probably because I just don't want to bleach on that spot. Oh. I have to use this immediately. Well, I guess I'll do that. Can I get a purple gem in the first spot? Thingy. Another power gem in a somewhat annoying spot. Like, I can't move it down without it being in a... without it putting one of my cubes in danger. I really want to try and move this purple gem one more spot down if I can. That'll work. Really? Okay. Alright. Please let me have it this time. There we go. I do have to be careful not to, like, match, though. I could try and swap up, I guess. Okay, what do I have here? Try and find a... Okay, that's not the cube I was going for, but I'll take it. Alright. That is the cube I was going for. Alright, I got a purple gem in the column. I was gonna say, there's the argument of, do I sacrifice a cube on red just to get the power gem moved, but then this showed up. I can't do this, though. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. I think I will use a cube early, just because I really want to get this power gem out of the way. Right as I do that, it gives me this setup. Yeah, I'm not making this swap. Okay, do I get the cube? I think it's worth it. I'm gonna do it. Maybe I can get that up there. No. One thing to note is that the cube will move where the power gem hits, so this isn't actually a danger. I probably should have done the vertical match. Yeah, I already have to use my cube now. Okay. When I started this, my plan was like just to talk everything out and like or something. I don't know. that hasn't really been happening as much as I've wanted it to. I feel like with most games I play nowadays, I'm like talking talking about every decision I make, but not Bejeweled, I guess. I think even Chuzzle, when I played a run of Chuzzle like a few days ago and got a massive PB, and I was like talking through every decision. I think I like 1.8 million, I want to say, in Classic Expert. And my my previous record is like, I want to say 730k. I think this is the best move, actually. Yeah, and I can get another cube. This move will not only destroy my cube split up, but it'll spawn a power gem in a really bad spot, so I just have to do that. I like that, this is a good set of fire gems normally, but there isn't anything I can do with it, so just gotta match it. How far am I in the level? 23%. That's not bad, honestly. Am I on pace to do this in 3 hours? You know what, let's say like 3 times 4 is once. I guess I am probably gonna get a little under 3 hours for this. That's good. Nice. Still sort of lacking with cubes on this side of the board. Well, I've got part of a setup over there. Oh yeah, by the way, if you've got a power gem that'll explode where a cube will form, the game just doesn't even give you the cube at all. I guess I can just show that here. Like, this isn't the move I normally make, but for demonstration purposes, you know, just don't get anything. When you speed Jolt 3, you get the cube. That was a nice quality of life change they did.
Excellent.
I also sort of like how Bejeweled 3, if a special gem hits a cube, it'll at least use the cube for you. That's always been a nice feature. In Bejeweled 2, you just lose the cube. Bejeweled 3, well, I guess technically it was added in Blitz, but the dual hyper refresh is like always super OP and like I feel like any game it shows up in. But at the same time it is really fun to pull off and also difficult to set up, so like it's balanced in that way. And I'm not sure if I can think of any games where like the dual hyper refresh is game breaking. In Blitz with Leak Technique, there's situations where you don't even do it early game. Instead you go for like you just go for multipliers, or even late game if you've got a lot of cubes on the board, I think you can like not, instead of doing a like refresh, you instead go for hyper elimination by selection, hope to get like a big gem pile. That's like, it's kind of difficult to get anything good out of that unless you're like specifically setting up for it. Alright. I'm close to a few different setups here. I think I break this apart. Oh, I got that purple one basically for free. Okay, let's see if I can do something with these oranges. Thing is, I really need to get that out of the way. Maybe this is a bad play, but I'm gonna use the cube here. Wait, that is a really bad play. I didn't realize the game would do that. If I had realized that, I wouldn't have cubes there. Okay, I mean, I may as well go for it. I have most of the setup there.
Incredible.
That was quite nice. 128,000 points for that. Alright, I got the cube anyways. I want to keep these red gems around, but there's like no guarantee that I'll use them for anything. Actually, I might go for a horizontal cube instead. With this gem, it's not a good play. But I could try and find another red gem. Maybe we can get a cube out of these. Now I'm starting to shock my positions out more. Does this get me anything good if I just cube? It'll drop this 2 spaces, which will put it here. I don't think it gives me anything else like good in that area. I think I just want to do, yeah, what the hint said. The hint isn't always like giving you the perfect move. I think it basically just chooses whatever. I think it just like searches top to bottom, sort of like reading, and then gives you whatever it finds first. But a lot of the times that just is a good move. I don't think the hint feature can like max it on its own. I wonder how far it could get though. If we just played only hints, maybe I gotta like figure out a way to. Maybe I should like figure out a way to set that up. I don't know. I don't even know how I set that up. Supposedly, PopCap did like test classic mode with an autoplayer, doing what they thought was the correct strategy, and it did max out. But now it turns out we actually can max it out. I wonder, like, how much. I wonder, like, how much of that is in the hint system. Speaking of the hint system, there's like a silly bug with it. The hint system, like, it deducts 50 points times whatever the multiplier is, which here is like 300 something. I think I have it. Yeah, 33.5. But the thing is, it won't go below 0, and if you've got a negative score, it'll actually give you points until you're at 0. I'm not going to be using that for this. I guess this is kind of a no major glitches run then. Actually, now that I think about it, there is another major glitch. I don't want to talk about it though. Did I start titling on my classic mode videos no major glitches now? Like, I started doing that in lightning modes once Blazing Speed Refresh was like publicly revealed. I knew about it years before like it became public. I just didn't want people trying to like pass off illegitimate scores. But nowadays I feel like people will only accept a score in like something like lightning mode if there's video proof. And honestly, even that isn't like the best security standard. I would love it if like somebody made a tool that just like ensured a run was, or a score was valid. It would be quite nice. I think I do that. There isn't really any good cube targets, honestly. I think that might have been the best thing to do there. The strategy for like how to use a cube is a bit more complicated to explain. Sometimes I hear people say like, oh, cube, whatever has the most on the board. That's not true. I just go for like whatever sets up a part of the board nicely, if I can. Wow, that was lucky. I think the game just gave me like the essentially 1 in 343 cube. I'll take that power gem, I guess, just because it does more parts of the board nicely. This is an awkward situation. I guess, yeah, just do that. I lose those blue gems, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, then I lose the cubes that I was going for anyways. Well, now I may as well try and steal that power gem. Alright, now I've done with the power gem. I think it's better just to explode that than take the vertical match that gives the collection moves. There are situations where it's okay to create a power gem. Like right here, I know we can explode in a safe spot, so I can take it. But you do have to be careful with them. You don't want them to get too low on the board or close to too many hyper cubes. Like that one, that was entirely unplanned. I gotta find a way to deal with it now before it gets too low on the board. That works. And it sets me up for a cube. And I got a good out of that, apparently. How far am I in the level? 32%. Oh, and yeah, the little 0.9 thing went off. Oh yeah, I just remembered to talk about this. The progress, 33,430,276. That's like one away from what the calculated total would be. I don't know if that's a glitch with the stat tracker or if that's just a glitch with the game. And because power gems on even numbered levels, the calculated score will be like ending in a 0.5, so they get rounded down. A result of that is that usually you're like a few points away from finishing a level on the exact number in these like super high levels. So whether or not that rounding affects the game, I have no clue, and I'm not going to find out until like I think early level 900s, when the rounding is enough to impact the odd number levels, or at least some of them. And that is going to take, at the rate I'm playing, another 8 years. This takes a really long time. Unless I want to like grind out Visual 2 Classic for hours a day, like I was doing when I was in the early level 400s shooting for that max out. And then just do that for like a year straight. I'm not doing that. I'll get here in 8 years if I have to. There's a red match there. At least I'm making better pace on this than I was in Twilight or Affinity. Right, I decided to record everything, and because of the way I am, I get like roughly one session a year on those.
Incredible.
Okay, it has been like 12 million points. I still haven't made a cube in this column. Like, these stuff in here since the start of the level. That's another reason why I like want to preserve these cubes, for example. It is so hard to get them back. And actually, I'm pretty sure it's literally impossible to keep in this column now. Because you can't get a horizontal cube there. You can very rarely off a cascade get a horizontal cube here, but not here or here. I think it's like when you get a cube off of a cascade, or a power gem for that matter, it'll like take the average of the left and rightmost falling gems and then round it to the left. I don't remember how it functions for vertical, but that's because it doesn't actually matter, the gem's just gonna fall anyways.
Excellent. Incredible.
243,000, that's a lot. My best move stat, like, I don't think it's changed since I've made this stat viewer. Like, I've gotten a couple moves that were like 400k, but I've never surpassed that 462k. It would be crazy if it happens on this level. Like, while I'm recording. Yeah, that would be an epic moment. I doubt it's gonna happen, though. I'm almost 40% of the way there. And over an hour into the recording, that's a long time.
Excellent. Incredible.
Another incredible, and over 100,000 points. What even is the threshold for, like, excellent, incredible? I feel like it's just a certain amount times whatever the base move score is, but I don't know the exact numbers. That was the wrong move again. I meant to do the vertical match, not the horizontal match. Not really what I wanted out of that. This power gem isn't in too bad of a spot, though. Maybe this is a bad move. I'm actually going to do that. I think I can get away with that. Good. I didn't even need to do that. Okay. There's a move there. There's a move there. Yeah, that's the thing that happens in this. Sometimes you just get one move boards for a while, but like it doesn't force a cube on you or anything. I mean, that's more a thing of having like 20 cubes on the board. You just don't have that much room. Can I get away with this? I think I can. I've passed 40%. I haven't been looking at the progress much. See, on the screen over here, it's like right next to my score. Sure, I can do this. That wasn't your Windows, by the way. That was mine. But like for me on the desktop, it is on the other side of my screen. It's like it's not in a very convenient place. I guess I can move it. You know what? I'm gonna move it over the hints button because I don't want to press that anyways.
Excellent.
83k. Uh... I caught that 1000th digit on the progress changing there. I just like happened to be looking at it when it changed. Like, I'm pretty sure it's only changed like 4 times this whole level. That's lucky.
Excellent.
For the record, you actually don't really want to specifically set it for combos, but at the same time it's really fun when you just kind of show up. Almost halfway there. Oh yeah, I never talked about the progress bar, huh? I think in like a few 100,000 points is gonna do the thing that's funny. I don't know, is it like, was it like 15.1, 15.15 million, something like that? It should do the funny soon. So keep an eye on the progress bar for now. Not yet. There we go. Yeah, the progress bar is just bugged in this game. My guess is that... I'm trying to think, like... The game multiplies your level score by... the amount of pixels of the progress bar, and then divides that by the amount of points you need to beat the level. It's like, this progress, I have 15 million points, that times 708, amount of, which I presume is the amount of pixels in the progress bar, and then divide that by my actual level requirement. But then that breaks if that first part of that equation is greater than the integer limit, 2,147,480,647. I wonder how many people in the Bejeweled community have that exact number memorized. I don't know. I've thought about trying to make like actual content for this game, and like one of the ideas I'd come up with is just like to look at every single possible limit. Because like, yeah, a lot of things are caused by the max outs, the 2 billion, whatever. But there are some interesting things in there. Like the level limit is maybe a famous one. I even did that in hyper modes. Twist has some really weird stuff if you like try and take their rank to the max out. Bejeweled 1 does some weird stuff if you go into negative levels. And also, I think I know the limit that I think I found a type of limit in Bejeweled 3. Well, maybe it's not a limit, but I found something really weird in Bejeweled 3 that I don't think anybody else has talked about. It's like a type of overflow that makes absolutely no sense for why it would actually affect anything, but it does. And yeah, I know for Bejeweled 3. That game has like a silly thing where a lot of the stats, they maxed out the integer limit. And we have the Blitz Live G comp so we can see how it works. Basically, if the score, like any stats are calculated to be negative after a move is made, it just sets them to the max out. And that's how they sort of capped it. Works quite well. Although I think breaks the... I saw somebody do a mod that's like Ice Storm with 2 or 3 colors. And like when the score hits max out on that, it like doesn't always cap correctly, and I think I'm guessing what's going on is the combo bonus doesn't respect the max out rules for some reason. The way those are implemented is like really weird. It's like very forceful, kind of. Like even like it doesn't even count towards the XP when you get a combo. And it also just completely ignores the multiplier. And I think I modded a challenge to have combo bonuses, and it like updates the visual score but doesn't actually change your challenge progress. It'd also be kind of neat if it works. But I'd for a bit more customization with custom quests that nobody actually makes anyways. There's like, I think the only famous quest pack is the QMP series. Am I halfway there? No, I'm almost. Wait, when did that become a 7? Maybe because of like the rounding effect with power gems, it messed with that a little bit. Yeah, apparently the 100th digit became a, or the 1000th digit of my progress percent became a 7. Now it's a 6. What's up with that? Is it just changing like more often than I thought it was? I think it like barely changed previous level just because of like what the actual requirements were. That's match. That happened. I am closely watching. Okay, yeah, the progress, the 1000th digit does change a lot. I just wasn't looking closely enough at it. Well, my bad. I really thought I'd be like level 665. Test, there we go. I hope my microphone wasn't like off for too long.
What is going on? I mean, it's recording my voice, probably not that good of a quality. I'm guessing it's using my default computer microphone. Yeah, the microphone I usually use has like been acting up.
Okay, now it's showing up. Will it work? It should be working. Yeah, I really hope it wasn't like muting me for a large period of that. Anyways, 50% progress. Let's go. And this probably got missed, but the progress isn't changing nearly as much as I thought it was. Or, no, it's changing a lot more than I thought it was. I just hadn't realized. Or the thousandth digit. What? I don't know. The original plan was just to like stop at the halfway point, but I don't know. I'm having fun doing this. I'm gonna continue. We'll be at like 60 to 75%. I'm gonna stop. Who knows? Maybe I'll stop at 67%. I gotta farm engagement somehow. Do I? I mean, I guess I technically make money from ad revenue. It's not much. Like, I don't really care that much about it. There was a... Oh, purchase gave me it anyways. Thank you, game. Oh yeah, my clicks should be audible or correct. I think the button press are also audible now. I guess that's useful to tell when my microphone cuts out, or when I mute, because then my clicks will stop being audible. That's something that I like really liked about my old videos. When I got the laptop that I'm using now, it like suppressed a lot of audio, I think. But now it apparently just stopped doing that, so... yeah, the clicks are back. And you know what? I can bring the computer fans back as well. Let's stop doing that. Whoa, okay. My charger's acting up again. One moment. Yep. It feels like a curse or something. I think it's a rule that if I own a laptop, it is going to have charging issues. I have to like plug it in a certain spot. I literally like had it fixed because it I had this laptop fixed like 2 weeks ago because it wouldn't charge, and then when I got it back from Best Buy, by the way, they got it. I have like a 4-year warranty on this thing because after the last laptop just stopped working properly, I didn't want to take any chances. But like Best Buy has like been like pretty good with the repairs, but like it was really fast this time. But just a couple of weeks after, or not even a couple weeks, like I think a week after the charging port got fixed, it's like I have to plug it in a very specific way now to get it to charge. And I always have to like fiddle with it, and if I move the cord to the laptop too much, it'll stop charging. And also, if I adjust where the laptop is, it feels like it specifically waits for me to be like just about done adjusting it, and then it'll stop charging. Like, I don't know, am I doing something wrong with these laptops that's like always messing with the charging port specifically? Like, it's always the charging port. It's never like USB or something. I've never had that fail. Every single time it's the charging port. I don't know what's up with that. Let me test something real quick. Nah, it wasn't the computer messing with things. I guess I just nudged the charger a bit, and then it disconnected and I had to fix it. Actually, not think about it, it's not even just laptops that have had charging issues for me. It's kept happening to my iPad as well. It's like always the charge for it's not functioning, never anything else. Well, I guess Touch ID stopped working after a while, but like I don't really care to get that fixed. It's whatever. Yeah, it's like if something is gonna break for me, it is the charging port.
Excellent.
Excellent. There we go. There's a yellow match there. The game having a different one though, so I guess that's fine.
Excellent.
Almost at 20 million points in the level. I guess that's something to look forward to. I have a nice amount of progress right now. Okay. Moving on. I should have matched the blues, that would give me another red match. And there we go, at 20 million. Two more cubes as well, it's quite nice. Is the Victoria Hyper cubes or something? I don't know. Alright. I still haven't made a cube in this column in this level. I actually wonder if I'm going to go the entire level without getting a cube there now. Of course, I do have part of it set up for one right now, but again, that's happened a lot of times in this level, and I haven't gotten a full cube out of it ever. I think at this point, actually, let's do that. Okay, I would have said yeah, do that. That's effectively the same as just using a hypercube normally. And I gotta use another one. I mean, yeah, there's that move, but I want to save those gems. That's part of hypercube setup. It could be part of hypercube setup. I don't know if it will be. Probably not knowing how this level's gone. Oh yeah, that cube didn't end up working out, by the way. And if this wasn't blue, I would be close to a setup as long as I use after I use another cube. Let's see, can I... Let's do that. Can I do anything with this? Yeah, I can. I did that vertical match first just because it gave more information. Alright, I can do that, and now I've got that. Yeah, there's a little weird quirk with the power gem scoring. When you like match multiple power gems, the game will like give you consecutively higher scoring per power gem in the chain. But you don't get bonus points if you have multiple power gems in the same line like that. Okay, I have this little like setup over here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to preserve these at all, so just... Oh, I guess I could do that. I should really be careful here. Oh, I actually got that cube after all. Wow. Okay. I doubted myself, huh? Let's see. Can I get another yellow gem, though? Nice. And because of these yellow gems, I just gotta do this now. Chances are I'm going to have to use a cube soon. I guess I can do that and then green or orange shows up anyways. Which color do I want, though? Maybe orange? I feel like that gives me more potential setups. Do I do this? I think I do. Maybe that wasn't a good move. I'm not sure, honestly. I guess if I think about it, didn't have to keep for cube. I just didn't even consider that as a possibility. As I said at the beginning of this, I always go for those. Well, I always go for those. There are like very specific cases where I wouldn't go for them. You know, it'd be really funny if this progress leans on exactly 66.666%. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to that one moment, if you remember. I think like level 297, I want to say. I managed to get the score to land on exactly 9 sixes. Right after I said, "What if it's like exact?" Just as an off comment, like the exact amount of points I needed to like pass number or something. And then it, like right after I said that, it just happened to land on exactly all sixes, and it was possibly one of the most insane things that I've ever seen in Bejeweled series. Well, I don't really want to have to use the keyboard this time. It's gonna just rocket my progress up. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened anyways. It wouldn't have been like exact. %67%. Oh, I might have had. I probably could have had a 67.067%. There we go. That's the engagement farm tactic. I don't even know what 6-7 is, but I reference it anyways. I don't know. People like are gonna get like upset about it, and like even like my mind is just hostile to like new trends for some reason, and 6-7 has been around long enough that I've just accepted it. Like I don't really think unless there's like a really good reason to not like 6-7 that I just don't know about. Like I haven't seen like anything bad about 6-7 other than just it's a new trend. And can we even count like it's from TikTok? I don't even use TikTok, and I hear a lot of people don't like it. Like I don't know. I guess I'm just. It just doesn't sound appealing to me. Like I hear you don't even get like it just shows you content at random. Like I'm somebody who's got very niche interests. Like, I need something with options, and I need... I don't know, I don't even know what I'm saying. And I'm also just not on a short form content, like I like longer content. Like, if I'm looking at short form, it's like, YouTube doesn't give me anything better to look at, and it's probably gonna be like a couple videos. Alright. I feel like I've gotten very off track here. 69%, so I've got a nice amount of level progress now. Let's see, can I land on 69.69% level progress? That would be really nice. Wait. 69.696. Oh, I didn't last for the full move. I still got a screenshot of it on the computer though. For that brief moment, I had a nice amount of level progress. You can tell it's been like almost 2 hours of just doing the same thing when I start hyperfixating on the level progress. Well, we're 70% of the way there now.
Excellent.
That power gem would be a nice plus if it wasn't in a really bad spot. You know, the thing is, I'm stretching because I'm tired. I woke up 4 hours ago. I don't know what it is with me just, like, being tired for super long after I wake up. Like, sometimes, like, in the afternoon, there'll be like, I just won't have much energy. Maybe... I woke up at 3 PM today. Maybe that's just the trick. I just, like... sleep, like... maybe I just sleep through the morning instead of the night or something. I don't know. Maybe that's gotta be the secret. Like, I have actually felt pretty good today. Maybe I keep doing that. I wonder how many times I've looped the music track by now. These power gems are really annoying. I might... Never mind, I guess I won't have to take explaining that. Really, game? I mean, our setup was probably just there and I didn't see it. Okay. Nah, I should get back on track. I'm gonna like get some random comment on this like a year later of the thing that I said, and then just feel like so much regret saying it or something. Or cringe. Like, I have this weird thing where like I only really feel cringe if I like feel like emotion of cringe if it's my own actions. Like, I'll see somebody do whatever and like it's perfectly fine, but if I were to do the exact same thing, no, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know, how much of this should I even be saying? Again, it's been 2 hours of doing the same thing. Usually when I play this game, I just have like something else on, like a YouTube video or something. I can't really do that here. That's a nice cascade. There's a dog barking outside. I don't know if that's audible on the microphone at all. What was that sound my body just made? Oh, I just noticed. I was, like, commenting about 6-7 and saying, like, I'll do stuff with it just to farm engagement. Does a joke. Kind of. I've just now registered the fact that in the second cascade there's a 6-7 in the score value. You know, this level can farm engagement for me, I don't care.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
You know what, I'm actually close to getting that cube. I could cube a blue, although there's not actually a setup for that right now. I want to get rid of this orange and then try and get that set up naturally. Of course, I could just get a key, or a, not cube, an orange gem up top of there and I lose everything. Okay, I moved the problematic orange gem. There we go. Let's do that. Another problematic orange gem, okay. I'll do this, I guess. That barely did anything. Well, please? No way! 75% into the level and I finally beat a key on that column. That's just a classic Bejeweled 2 moment, I guess. And now I just get like 2 cubes for free. What is this? I'm not sure that was the best set of moves, but it was the ones I made. I'm not muted, I'm just not talking. I've once again kind of just run out of things to say. Probably will just be this way for the rest of the level, honestly. I'm not talking about slow. I'm gonna turn up the desktop audio, which somehow was lower than what I set it to? Question mark. Okay. I've set it as like 17 or something, and when I checked just now, it was at like, or no, it was at minus, or I set it to minus 17 or something, and then when I checked now, it was at like minus 22. It's like, how did that happen? It just went down while I wasn't looking. Oh, that's a cube. I think cubes I'm at 21. I was at 23 earlier. I think I like said that as a number that I would be happy to hit. I guess I got that. I don't know. I think it was like level 200 or something where I got like a cube PP or something. Granted, that number is probably less than what I just had right there. But at the time, it was pretty cool. And I think, oh yeah, I think it was like 201 or 202, I got another cube PB, and then on like 203, I accidentally just swapped two cubes together and destroyed them all. The second and last time that's happened to me in this run. Who knows if it'll happen again. I always like trying to start with the non-cube first now. I'm trying to be careful about that again. Okay. Another cube used. Oh, if I can get one back, as long as he doesn't get in my way. Ooh. That's one type of cube for cube, I guess. That's a really bad power gem. I think I just try and explode in a way that only hits one cube. I could do what I did earlier in the level, try and like move it to the right and then move it up. Thing is, I'm kind of close to the end of the level. I've only got like 7.5% left. Maybe I'm gonna keep here. And I usually want to get rid of power gems before level complete, because they could spawn an even worse spot. They could be like here or something, and that's really annoying to deal with. Granted, there are cases where like they just spawn in a clear open spot and it's fine, but I don't want to take any chances. Oh, I can do the exact thing I was talking about, but I want to get rid of this cube first. Alright, do that, and then still play according to the strategy for now. Then when I'm out of other moves, then okay, now I do that. And that's basically the same as just using a cube. Well, almost. I guess I clear a bit less. But, I mean, I'm getting good stuff from enemies. And I got a cube out of it. Let's go. Just kind of showed up. Must reflect my ability to talk, because I was not doing a good job at that right there. That's another cube. Gotta take that. I can just use that cube from the power gem, which is actually a nice mechanic if you're, like, thinking about it. Thinking about using it, how to use it, something. Yeah, see, my ability to talk is gone. I've been holding up quite well. Yeah, like 2.5 hours starting to fall apart. I'm probably gonna have to use another cube soon. Maybe I do this, hope it explodes something good. Alright. Good. I wonder how many moves it takes to move the progress bar just a single pixel now. Or, well, like, how many regular matches would it take? No cascades or special gems or anything. I think it's, like, actually hard to pull that off now. Excuse me. Wow. What's that? The level is almost over. Okay, only about like 1.4 million points in the level. It's actually almost gonna be over soon. I said a 50% and much of it got on microphone. That, like, I was having fun, I want to continue. And, like, I thought I was stopping at 50%, but... now I'm definitely feeling tired, but you can't really stop at, like, 96 nice %. Like, if you're at that point, you may as well just finish. Well, especially since I'm recording. It would be weird to make a part 1 that's like 2.5 hours long, and then a part 2 that's like 5 minutes long. Yeah, who would do that? Who would make an extremely short part 2 after a much longer part 1? This is me who's done that before. Only a million left to go. Hang on, give me one moment. Alright. Luckily OBS has just got a pause recording feature. So that took like 2 seconds. It's not really that much of an issue to use like these cubes now. The level's almost over. And I want to transition to level 667 with as many as I can. That's like the opposite of cube for cube. I made a cube to lose a cube. Or I made a cube to use a cube, I guess? Alright. And final percent of the level. You can tell that I'm just excited to finish the level by how quickly I'm matching. And also, I kind of want the song to finish. It captures the mood quite well. I should probably get rid of that before the level completes. Right as I say that. Oh, there's the progress bar overflow one more time. And that's the level.
Complete.
Did I just do that raise the music looped again? That's kind of amazing.